Hey Mixers, welcome back to another NBA player props video. We flew a little too close to the sun after our back-to-back sweeps and got burned yesterday, but we'll go ahead and review that. And then I do have some picks for you in today's games. It's been a little frustrating for me. I can't decide, to stay up late and try to catch these props at like midnight, 1 in the morning, or just go to bed and then wake up early and then we miss the best of the number. But maybe that's just what I'm going to have to start doing. That's what I did today. Because I only had one prop from last night. I should have tweeted it out because it has moved up, but I'll let you know all of those changes. All right, let's jump into it. Okay, so we had DeMar DeRozan over 7.5 rebounds and assists. He only had 4. Russell Westbrook just decided to go and double all of his normal rebounds and assist lines. So that is probably what happened there with him. He may or may not have been able to get there either way. I'm used to having him play with Malik Monk, who is also going to get a lot of assists. And if DeMar DeRozan has a big scoring game, he's usually not assisting. So there is that risk always. But yeah, with Russell Westbrook just coming in and being an assist monster, I think that was kind of what caused the problem there. And then Giannis just cooked me. So I did mention a Giannis and Jalen Brunson combo points promo that I had been thinking about taking, but then I ended up going with the under on Giannis points and assists. I should have done the RA for Giannis because I didn't feel like he was going to have a good rebounding game or an assisting game, which is the case. But he did still have a good points game, unfortunately, for me. And then the leans, Bam Adebayo did not get his double-double. So we are still over 500 for our player props for the NBA, which is fantastic. And I think we are slightly down in units after this day. I only lost, let's see, I put all 3 of these actually together in the same slip. So I only lost 1 unit. However, I did bet on some promos on some other things. And I think 1 promo hit and 1 didn't. So I think I lost 1.5 units on the day. But as far as the channel goes, it was 1. Okay, so this first one, Donovan Mitchell. This is the one I should have tweeted out to you guys last night. They only had props up for 2 games by the time I went to bed. And this was one of them. And I liked Donovan Mitchell over 27.5 points. Now it is at 29.5 points, and it's a very popular play. I don't mind it there. I think you could still take a shot on it at 29.5 because I think he could get to 30. I was already thinking in my head he's going to have a 30-point game when I saw this line. So I don't think it's bad to take that 29.5 line if you still want to get in on that. But he's over 100% of times in head-to-head games over the past few seasons, and over 3 of 4 games this season. And just so many players for the Cavaliers are out. So this is a good spot for him, and I think he's going to have a good game. All right, Trae Young, I do think is also going to have a good game, finally, for the first time this season, possibly. A points game, I should say. But he's over once only this year, and that was against the Bulls on this PRA line, 37.5 PRA. And that was due to his huge assisting game that he had, but he has not had good points games. So I wanted to take the PRA to just capture all of it. I think this Nets team and the Hawks team, the Nets team could actually give them a run for their money here, and because the Hawks have not been playing well. But they're a soft matchup that Trae Young should be able to score on. So he's over in 4 of 5 head-to-heads with the Nets. I love the line. It isn't one of the last 5 hit rate type of plays. He has not been playing well. So we're betting on him getting right against this bad team and not blowing out this bad team. I'm kind of betting on this team being able to keep it close. Same team. If you just like one of these plays, go with it. I'm going to play all of them. But Onyeka Okongwu over 20.5 points rebounds. He's over in 100% of games this year. He's over in 4 of 5 against the head-to-head against the Nets. And he went way over this line against the Nets. And he's been way over this line this year. So he is sharing minutes with Kristaps Porzingis. Last year, he was sharing minutes with Clint Capella. And Onyeka Okongwu kind of got the start over Clint Capella last year. And the opposite is kind of happening this year. So Kristaps Porzingis is getting a start. And Onyeka Okongwu is kind of the relief guy. So, but even playing like a little bit less minutes, he has still been able to go over this line against every single team so far. Now he gets a really easy matchup. And if there is a little bit of blowout, which I don't think is going to happen, then he probably should get more minutes. He is going to be more of a second half scorer probably. And so I wouldn't, you're going to have to sweat it through the first half, I think. And then one lean here, Royce O'Neal over 2.5 3-pointers made. This kind of a random one, but the Grizzlies have just been giving up a lot of 3-pointers. And so I wanted to target someone. I looked at Grayson Allen, I looked at Devin Booker, and like Grayson Allen's was at 3.5, kind of high, and he hasn't really been hitting it. Royce O'Neal, though, has been playing way more minutes this year. So he was playing like, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes or less last year, a lot of the time. And now he's playing 25 minutes or more in every single game. So, and he's been hitting this line. So against most teams, just didn't get there against the Nuggets. He has hit this head-to-head 3 times against the Grizzlies, and one of those games he only played 15 minutes. So if he gets his 25 minutes here, I think that he's going to go over 2.5 3-pointers made, and it's just an even line. Normal payout. All right, Ja Morant here. Just betting on him having a good game. Kind of a wild shot in the dark here. Well, not really totally in the dark. I mean, he's had historical success against this team, the Suns, and also they've just been kind of soft, allowing a lot of points. I looked at the Ja Morant and Devin Booker combo as well, but I just think Booker might have a good assisting game and might not score as much. But I think that is a good play as well. So if you like Devin Booker and Ja Morant to combine for 56 points or so, I think that's where you can get the combo line at. I'm just going to take him 4 points, Ja Morant, over one. He's over 1 out of 4 games this year only, and that was against a bad team. Now he's playing another bad team. So where he was over 3 of 3 in his head-to-heads. So Ja Morant is very risky to bet on, which is why he's a lean. I just feel like he doesn't show up for me when I do bet on him a lot of times. So I don't bet on him very often, and I try to keep it. Usually it's like an altered line when I do bet on him, but I'll bet the full line. And then Walker Kessler for an alt line over 7.5 rebounds. I don't know why this is playable. He's over in 29 out of his last 30 games, which is like 92%. This is just a great line that if you want to pair it up with any random prop, I tested out on Prize Picks, and if you pair it with any random prop, you're going to get 2x out of it, which is crazy. I mean, this is basically a free square. It's hard to say that, obviously, but I'm going to be playing this, so just wanted to throw it out to the rest of you just to give, show you that this could be, I mean, if it hits, Prize Picks is going to move it, and we won't have this anymore, and it will be 8.5, which I still think is pretty playable for an alt line. All right, here is the review. You can take a screenshot if you want. We do have the 3 best bets today, 2 of the Hawks, and then Donovan Mitchell. So if you want to choose 2 out of those 3 best bets to hit, then let me know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe, like the video. And if those 2 best bets hit, then we will do a cash giveaway on the next video. All right, thanks, guys.